Tobit chapter 12 and verse 10. But they that sin.
Said, but they that sin, whether you're a whoremonger, you're smoking weed, you're defiling your temple, you're getting drunk, they who sin, read,
are enemies to their own life.
you see that? When you commit sin, when you getting drunk, you're an enemy to your own life. All that drinking, what's that's gonna do to your liver down the line when you get a little older? What happens to your liver?
Destroy. I lose.
You'll lose it, right? There's nothing wrong with drinking, but when you getting drunk, you drinking fifths after fifths every day, every morning.
Right.
God is gonna destroy you for that. The laws of God. Without the laws of God, you are not perfect. You understand? Without striving to keep the laws of God, you will never be perfect. You understand that? So, how do you be converted? By keeping the laws of God. How do you change? By keeping the laws of God. How do you stop drinking? By keeping the laws of God. That's how you be converted. I want to make sure you're with me. Read it again for them.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 19 and verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
See that? Convert means to change. When you are a drunkard, right, and you start to keep God's commandments, you're going to understand, I need to start drinking moderately. I'm not going to get up at 7 o'clock and go to the liquor store and get what they call white boy wasted. I'm not going to get that, right? Because you understand the laws of God is what's going to change you. If you was a brother that didn't take care of your children, that's why a lot of the so-called blacks and Hispanics in the communities have children that they don't take care of. You know how they get punished? The white man put them on child support. The white man lock them up. He take their driver's license. He make them pay fines. All these things when they should be doing something that God commanded them to do. Rule their household. But because we don't keep the laws in our community, that's why our community is in shambles. That's why nothing changed in the community. It says the laws of God is perfect. Read.
Converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is true.
See, so the laws of God is what's going to change you. So if you want to be converted, you're going to start keeping the laws of God. Because if you don't, give me Tobit 12 and 10. If you don't keep the laws of God, you are going to stay in the midst of sin. You understand? You're going to stay getting drunk. We're going to have brothers out here fornicating, committing adultery, trying to sleep with every woman they can, trying to get up on hoes, as they say. When you're in the midst of sin, that's how a community is destroyed, right? Read.
Tobit chapter 12 and verse 10. But they that sin.
It said, but they that sin, whether you're a whoremonger, you're smoking weed, you're defiling your temple, you're getting drunk, they who sin, read,
are enemies to their own life.
You see that? When you commit sin, when you getting drunk, you're an enemy to your own life. All that drinking, what's that's going to do to your liver down the line when you get a little older? What happens to your liver?
Destroy. I lose.
You'll lose it, right? There's nothing wrong with drinking, but when you're getting drunk, you drinking fifths after fifths every day, every morning.
Right.
God is going to destroy you for that. What? You are in the midst of sin, right? Because what? Being converted, meaning you're not going to get drunk. You're going to start applying what the Bible says. So it's okay to drink, but not to get drunk. You understand that? This is like my third time seeing you, and every time we ask you, you've been drinking, right? It's time to change. Cedric, right? Cedric, right? This is your day. It's time to change. You understand what the Bible is saying. You can change. If you want to be converted, you can start applying the laws of God, right? Read what you got.
1 Kings chapter 8 verse 61. Let your heart therefore be perfect with the Lord our God.
See that? So you can be perfect. How do you be perfect? By start applying the laws of God. How do you stop getting drunk? By start applying the laws of God. And let me show you how it starts. Give me Sirach. We ain't gonna finish it. Give me Sirach 31. And I think it's 26, I think. 27. Sirach 31:27. And this is how it starts, because every time we see you, you swaying back and forth. Yep, that's you. It's time to change. You need a belt. You need a belt. But you know what that is? When you start drinking and you get drunk, your mind ain't all the way there.
Right.
Your mind ain't all the way there. How difficult is it? You've been sitting up here holding your pants. Wouldn't it feel easier if you could relax your arm?
Right.
Read what you got.
Sirach 31 verse 27. Wine is as good as life to a man.
See that? So the Bible says wine is as good as life to a man. It feels good to drink wine. It's okay to drink wine. Why? Because Christ drank wine. It's okay. It makes you feel good. You're having a stressful day. You're having a hard day. You got a wife. She rubbing your back. You may want to have a sip of wine. That's okay. Read.
If it be drunk moderately.
If what?
If it be drunk moderately.
It says if it be drunk moderately.
That's right.
Not getting drunk. You gotta drink moderately.
Right.
Moderately. Read.
What life is then to a man that is without wine?
So it's saying, what life is it to a man without wine? Why? Because it makes you feel good. It'll calm your nerves, right, Reed?
For it was made to make men glad.
See that? Wine was made to make men glad, to cheer you up, right? The Lord knows we're in captivity. We go through problems, right? He knows that. It's supposed to make you glad, help you through this captivity and hard times you go through, right? That's why a lot of times our people suffering through oppression, depression, stressfulness, all these different things. So what they do, they get drunk. But the Bible says don't do that. All you need is a little bit. And now that's 7 in the morning. Read.
Wine measurably drunk, and in season bringeth gladness of the heart and cheerfulness of the mind.
See that? So it's good. It's okay to drink, right? Read.
But wine,
But what?
But wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness of the mind.
See that? So when you drink heavily, it makes it bitterness of the mind. Have you seen somebody get drunk and they just start crying out of nowhere? They don't know what happened, they just start crying, right? Because that's what it does. When you get drunk, it makes bitterness of the mind.
Right.
Right? That's why God says, drink in moderation. Who knows better? You or God?
Bring it out.
Who knows better? Man or God? God, right? So when God is saying these things, who should we listen to?
God.
God. Understand that. We should listen to God, right, Reed?
With brawling and quarreling.
So now, this is a characteristic of another brother that gets drunk. He likes to fight. He likes to fight. I know, when we come out here, we see people over there drunk. We see them hanging at the cricket store, the Metro over there drunk, right? We see them over there, right? Do they be arguing? Do they be fighting? Do they be going on? What happens when people get drunk? Do they not want to fight? Yeah, they do, right? That's what the Bible said. You're not yourself when you get drunk. You somebody else. Why do you think they call it spirits? You got a spirit on you or a demon of somebody else. Of somebody else. Finish that, Reed.
Drunkenness increaseth the rage of a fool.
See that? It said drunkenness increased the rage of a fool. So what the Bible is saying? Getting drunk is for fools. For fools. Getting drunk is for fools, not for the sons of God. The sons of God don't get drunk. Read.
That's right. He offend, it diminish strength and make it wounds.
See that? So when you get drunk, you'll start offending people. You'll go around trying to fight, cuss people out. You heard the saying is when you get drunk, you tell the truth. You start doing stuff you don't normally do, and then the next day you won't remember nothing. And they be like, man, you did this to me. And you'll be like, man, did I do that? You don't remember. Why? Because your mind was absorbed by the drink. Understand that.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.